Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. As you can see, I'm doing my layout after my purge. Our last purge, I did not get rid of anything in either one of these two paper pads, and that's because they're new. So I haven't really set with them at all. So yeah, we're going to do that today. We're going to go ahead and create out of one of them. It's going to be this one right here, of which name I cannot see because I did it too fast. I'm going to go ahead and flip through and take out some papers that I think I might want to use. You can see I already fussy cut something out of that paper. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep that one. I am going to be scrap lifting a layout that is in the Close to My Heart catalog. So I'll have that up here in the right hand side of your screen here in just a little bit. Now the layout has strips on it, so right here I'm picking out different papers that I could cut into strips. And yes, I do know that it probably would have been a better use of my supplies had I just went to my scraps. But I didn't want to do that, guys. I'm getting rid of my scraps right now. I'm getting rid of things right now. And I wanted to use this paper pad that I just recently saw in my stash again and absolutely love. So there you go. I am going to pull out this piece right here. That's going to be my border. I think there's like a 1/2 inch border, or maybe it's a 1 inch border all the way around. Can't remember which. I actually think it's going to be a 1/2 inch. So that blue paper right there with those beautiful florals on it is just going to be like 1/2 inch all the way around. This right here, we're going to go ahead and trim down to 11 by 11, I believe. You can see that Tutti Frutti right there. That layout, this right there, that was made from the Tutti Frutti collection from Close to My Heart. It is still available. You can go to beckybidding.closetomyheart.com if you want to pick that up. But that's the one we are loosely scrap lifting. I am scrap lifting all those little strips. Now those strips, you can see, they're not just one length. They're different lengths. They're smaller. It looks like they're all the strips are under 4 inches. They just use varying designs and varying lengths. And I cut all of mine to be about 1 inch and then different lengths. So we are also going to be using the white cardstock. I'm going to put this little gingham piece, which is gorgeous. I love it. Normally I would want to use that as a main piece, but it's okay. I think I have at least one more of those in that paper pad. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be okay. We're just going to use it as a thin border. You can see in the original, they have a cardstock 1/2 inch around, and then they have a dark cardstock, and then they have the white cardstock. Well, we're going to be using pattern paper, and then white cardstock. I am going to be scrapping this photo of Kathy and I. She took this, actually, I do believe, when we were doing one of our scrapping chats, and we were just laughing. She sneakily took it, and then she sent it to me. So yes, I am going to go ahead and scrapbook this photo. We're going to end up calling the layout Friends, I think. Right here, you can see I am going to go ahead and use this pattern paper as a border. This pattern paper is not my favorite in like a big chunk. I don't think I would use a large chunk of this on anything really, but to border a photo, and even also possibly as a 1 inch strip, I think it would work fine. Here I'm seeing if there's enough of the backside of it to go ahead and create another mat in white, but there wasn't. That's okay. It was just a thought, right? So I am going to be using the 1 inch strip that was off of the paper that we used as a mat for the white cardstock. It's this nice little pink / peach, not sure which, gingham. That is so pretty, right? Guys, I love this. Here I'm going to go ahead and see how big the strip is, because I decided, hey, I'm going to cut all of my other strips into this width, right? So that ends up being 1 inch. We're going to go ahead and use a little bit of this piece, this stripe paper, guys. Oh, this is so nice. I love it. I have already done another purge, and I'm getting ready to do a layout from that other purge. But I kind of wish I just would have kept these papers out, the scraps of them, and used those, because I could use that striped paper again like right now. I'm not tired of it, not even a little bit. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this as 1 inch as well. I left it sitting on my trimmer. It's okay. I'll find it. I love this stripe piece, guys. That's so cute, right? I love it. I will eventually just leave my trimmer up at the top and instead of moving it back and forth, I'll just leave it up at the top and stretch and, you know, cut it because I'm lazy. Here I'm kind of using the trimmer to see the length of my cuts, because I know this next one we want to be a little bit longer. So that one's a little bit longer. And then this next one, are we going to do it longer or shorter? I don't remember. It's a little bit shorter. And then we have this one, which is also short. You can see, because we're working down the right-hand side is what I'm doing right now. And I'm trying to figure out where exactly my photo is going to sit, right? Because they have a couple strips, and then the photo sits over the third strip. But there is a third strip that's short. So they have a short third strip and then a long one. And I did totally mimic that. Now, on this one, surprisingly enough, I did not ink the edges of anything. And as you can see, I did bring out my T-square ruler so I could get the strips straight-ish. I'm not measuring between the strips, so some of them might be closer together than some of the others, and whatever, it's fine. This is scrapbooking, guys. It's handmade. It does not need to look like it's not handmade, because it is. We're going to go ahead and trim this down a little bit shorter. OOTD. What does that mean? Outfit of the day. Gray robe with ruffled sleeves. That's what I'm wearing there. By Torrid, or from Torrid. I love Torrid, guys. If any of y'all want to go check out Torrid, you can. It's Torrid, Torrid. I don't have an affiliate link. I just like their clothes, and I'm not a little person. Their clothes start at like size 10 and then up. So if you're smaller than that, I'm so sorry. It's okay. I can't shop at American Eagle, so you can't shop at Torrid. It's fine. It's fine. I don't complain. So go ahead and look right there. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want my photo to be. I love that stripe paper. We're going to go ahead and commit to the placement of the photo right here. All right, that's straightish. That's pretty nice. Now don't forget that this is trimmed down. So we do have a background piece that's going to go behind this big piece. We just don't have it down there yet. But you did see me pull it out, and originally we did have it sitting down there. So we're going to do the next strip. Very cute. And that gorgeous striped paper again. I was trying to use as much striped paper as I can because I just love it. I love that striped paper. So nice. But you can see I'm not really measuring between the strips. So some of them are probably varying spaces in between, because I'm just eyeballing that part. And now that I have used my T-square ruler to put the first several strips down, I'm just kind of eyeballing this as well. I think I will pull the ruler out again later and make sure I do have everything completely straight-ish. We're going to go ahead and trim this down. That's going to go in between those two patterns. Now I'm making it flush up to the edge of the white cardstock. That's cute. We have this gorgeous piece right here. We'll go ahead and put down. And then we have to fill out a couple strips over to the left-hand side of this layout. You can see they have a lot going on over there. We don't, in our final layout, we don't have nearly as much going on over on the left-hand side as the original one. But I do love how this layout came out. It's really cute. Actually, I took a picture of it today and sent it over to Kathy. I did this layout yesterday, but we've been busy, so I didn't have a chance to. Here is some Felicity Jane tabs. and I'm going to go ahead and use 2 of them. Now the peach color that's on here is a little bit darker than what we have in these papers, but that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and roll with it because some of those flower pieces that are on the colored papers, they look a little bit darker. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and roll with it. I wanted to use 2 of those tabs. That was one of the packs of things I saved from my purge. And then I'm also pulling out these friends stickers, and because this is also another thing I saved from the purge. This sticker pack, I wanted to use that best friends, so I went ahead and put it in the black that was on the photo. It says best friends right there. I'm gonna change my mind and take that away in a little bit. We will go ahead and commit to the placement of these little tabs. And again, guys, I'm sorry about my nails. I still haven't went back, and even now I still haven't went back and fixed them. Funny story, I did get the nail strengthening, so I put the nail strengthening and also an Insta Dry over the top on my left hand. Already busted a nail. My nails are so short to begin with. How do they break? Like 1/8, and I know this is ridiculous, and 1/8 inch is not that much, but it is when it's coming off your nail that's already a nub anyway, right? So it's like, why are my nails breaking? This is ridiculous. Okay, so I am going to end up using this friends word right here. We're not going to keep it right there. We'll move it around. You'll see. See how there's that big heart on the end? That doesn't really match any of my papers, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that as well coming up. Here I'm seeing about, this is the first floral that I had fussy cut out. This was fussy cut out before we even pulled out the paper pad, right? I had fussy cut it out of one of the papers previously. I am going to be fussy cutting out more of those flowers though for this layout. Yeah, here's where I'm looking at that heart and I'm like, no ma'am, that's not good. We will go ahead and cover up the flaw that's on the end. We'll cover that up where that heart used to be. We'll cover it up with something else. The colors in this paper pad are just gorgeous, aren't they? So pretty. I love it. I love how they're so soft, but still so fun, especially that striped paper. The colors are still soft on it, but it's so fun. Look at all the different colors on it. I love it. Love, 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 love. Go ahead and commit to this one. This one I think I spaced a little bit too far apart, but that's okay. And then we'll commit to the one above it. Yeah, you can see I'm like I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and move the friends up onto this strip right here. We'll move that D over because I didn't want it to be half pattern paper, half photo showing through the inside of the D. So instead I put the straight line of the D over the photo mat so that everything that's behind the D, you don't see a break in. It's just one solid color. It's just whatever is behind on that photo. So I like how that worked out. So this is the base of our layout, guys. All we're going to do from here is basically embellish. Sorry about that, guys. Constant interruptions. We're going to go ahead and put this other tab down that we picked out from the Felicity Jane pack. If you hear all that noise, I am so sorry. It is the puppies that are getting way bigger. They're turning into dogs. Anybody need a companion? Just let me know because I have some good ones if you want a companion. Hit me up. They're all boys and they're lovely. And they all know how to come when I say puppies. All the puppies come. Even though we did name them all. Well, I did name them all. Not all of them know the names I gave them, but they all know puppies. So, there you go. All right, so I am going to go ahead and fussy cut out those flowers I just took out, or I just cut out. I'm going to cut away, though. I'm going to, well, probably, I think I'm going to cut the fussy cut out with you for a minute, but then I'll cut away after a little while. I did just pull that bag down that we did earlier in our last purge, and I'm seeing if there's anything I can use. I am going to go ahead and use that butterfly from the Heidi Swap pack. We're going to use that on the end in Friends to cover up that spot that had that heart on it. The heart just didn't work because it was more red toned, right? And it just didn't work well. We are going to put this pink butterfly on there. We'll tie in the yellow butterfly later. That leaves me with just one butterfly left. I don't know how I'm going to use just one, but it left me with just one butterfly left. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and take a picture of this. Hold on. That was Wizard wanting me to pick him up. You can see a picture of us in the top left-hand corner of your screen. I just went ahead and snapped a picture. That was Wizard and I. All right, let's get on with our layout. So we're going to go ahead and fussy cut out these flowers. I do have several of them to fussy cut. I think I am only going to do a couple on camera. And you can see I'm turning the paper mostly. I do sometimes turn my scissors as well, though. But I don't do it too much. It's just way easier if you just turn your paper. But you can, if it's more comfortable for you, you can turn your scissors if that's what you like to do. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. I just think whatever it gets to the end, the finished product is something you like, then that's the right way, right? Here, I was just testing out, seeing if that was something I would like to do. I am going to, and right here is where I'm thinking that, see that big black spot on Kathy's portion of the picture? I am going to put these floral pieces up there to go ahead and block that out, right? We're going to go ahead and cover up some of that black spot. I think I had stopped. I'm watching murder porn, and guys, murder porn is Investigate ID. It's murdery stuff. It's not something nasty. Well, I mean, it's something really not great, but I watch true crime, guys. That's what I do. I watch true crime. So if you ever need help, pick up the phone and give me a call. I joke. I am not helping you bury a body. I am not doing it. I was kidding. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and finish cutting these out. On some of them, I do leave these small leaves, but sometimes when I cut them out, I do not. Like, for example, you can see those other two pieces I'm going to fussy cut out. One of them has leaves on it by that pink bit. I'm not on those smaller ones. I'm not keeping the leaves at all. So yeah, sometimes I will keep the leaves and sometimes I won't. So on these big ones, we have the leaves. On the small ones, we cut those off. So you can see right here, I did go ahead and skip forward. We are going to use one of the small leaves onto the photo because that one floral piece was just not big enough to cover up the whole thing. It's still not going to be big enough to cover up the whole thing. And I don't necessarily want the whole thing covered up. We are going to use this little yellow heart. I think that says love it all, I think is what it says. I can't completely remember because, you know, I don't have it in front of me. Here I am going to go ahead and ink the edges in white. Now, does that make a difference? Not really, but I fussy cut them out. And so what I'm doing when I'm inking the edges in white, I'm getting it on the top of the layout as well. You can see some of the pink and blue flower, they have white on them because I'm tilting the brush I'm using. I'm tilting it toward the piece I fussy cut, the die cut piece, we'll just call it. I'm tilting it toward that and just brushing it away. So it's getting on the edges of the top. And it's also kind of getting on the sides as well, which doesn't matter because it's white, right? And I am inking it with white. But I am blending it in just with this white daisy ink. I love this ink. I don't use it as much as I should. This is the white daisy ink from Close to My Heart. It is absolutely magnificent. I do love it. And in fact, you know what? Now that I'm saying this to you guys right now, maybe I'll go ahead and keep that out. Maybe we'll do some stenciling on our next one. We do have a purge coming up. Actually, no, because I think what I'm going to do out of the purge is more cream than white. I don't remember. If it will work into my layout, we are going to use the white daisy ink because I can't remember at this point in time. Okay, so these are not super sticky, and there's foam on the back of them, and the foam is 2 millimeter, way taller than what I usually use. Well, half taller than what I usually use. I usually use 1 millimeter foam tape, but this came with the foam already on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a little extra adhesive onto the foam to put it down. And like I said, this is taller than what I usually do. I will tell you that when we come to the end, the inside of the end, the angle that joins the top left to the bottom right of the end, there's no foam tape there, and it's droopy in that part. So I will cut up some of our foam tape and double it up, because the foam tape I buy is 1 millimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those circles into thirds, and I'm going to double it up so that it's going to be 2 millimeters, so it will match the rest of it. So here's the end that we're coming to. I just told you what we were going to do on this. See how that slash in the center does not have anything, and it's really droopy. And I think it's droopy because it was sitting in that package with that heart on it all this time, right? Getting smashed and stuff. And the heart bumped up. There was nothing underneath it, so the center of the end got smashed down. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and double up our 1 millimeter tape. You saw how I left that circle on the backing and cut it. That gave me some little strips that would fit here. I'm going to go ahead and put this liquid adhesive on the two ends that are not sticky. What I added on there was the close to my heart foam circles, and those are sticky. I just added that adhesive to the tall parts that had the original on him. Here I'm going to go ahead and make sure that photo is down pretty good. I used a little extra adhesive. It looked like it was bumping up, and I didn't love that. We're going to go ahead and put the D down, and again, like I said, the solid line of the D is going onto the mat of the photo. So inside of that D, we don't have any lines because I don't like that. Right here, we are going to go ahead and put down the S, and then our titles down. That's cute, right? I'm just calling that friends. Here I am putting some adhesive on the bottom part of my flower, and I'm popping up the top part. So it's going to be flush. It's going to be tucked in under there flush, but then it's going to come up at not an angle, but it's going to be popped up toward the end. See what I'm saying? So you can see it's flush down here at the bottom, but up at the top is popped up. You can see some of the shadowing around those leaves and the tops of the flower. It looks so cute. I do that on this one as well. It's super cute. I want this to kind of go over that tab just a little bit. Oh, looked like a fly just flew in the camera. We got flies in the house because, you know, poop. Okay, dog poop. I try to keep up with it best I can, but these little suckers, I think I got one of them potty trained. Scar, if you'd like to have a little companion, Scar, I do believe, is completely house trained. He's the only one of the 7 I have left that is completely house trained. Sorry about that puppy barking. That puppy is actually barking at some of the other puppies. So... and actually, that puppy that's barking is probably Scar. Scar's the one that barks a lot. Now, Scar, his mama, when Bonnie had him, you know, he came out or whatever, and she moved, she stepped on his head. So he had a laceration on the top of his head, and now it's a scar in his fur. So, you know, we call him Scar. And those puppies are super annoying. I'm so sorry. Let me go back to my scrapbook room if they start. Yep, they're starting up again. But I only have 2 minutes left. I don't want to get up and move. What? Puppies, stop it. Puppies, stop. You think that'll work for very long? Okay, we're going to go ahead, and that's Gunner growling at one of the puppies trying to take his treat. We're going to go ahead and put down this main part onto our background, our little border. That looks so good with that flower border, right? I love that paper. And I love that paper as a border. Look at all those different colors we have sticking out. So all the colors that we use, like on the striped paper, when we use the striped paper down, works out perfectly because look at all the colors that are poking out around the edges. Absolutely love this. It is so nice. I am going to use that yellow heart. I think that was Pink Fresh Studio. Well, those same packs had a couple other hearts on them. We went ahead and put down. You see the yellow hearts. I am going to end up finding my Felicity Jane and the my Felicity Jane hearts. I think that we kept them on one of the pass-throughs of the purge. So we aren't going to use the yellow because the yellow is not exactly like what we already have on there. But we are going to use some of these pink and peach ones. We're going to go ahead and put those down around the page. And after we do that, guys, we're not going to do anything else to the layout. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if you'd like to support my channel, go to beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. Check the links down below, because I might have the Amazon one figured out by now. I'm not sure. I was working on that last night, and I'm not sure if I got it figured out or not. So yeah, check the links down below. But if you'd like to pick yourself something up from Close to My Heart, beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. That will help me greatly with supporting my channel. And guys, also make sure you go over and check out Kathy, because she is doing the purge videos with me as well. You can see that yellow butterfly came back off. I thought I left it on there, but apparently not so much. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.